Check it out, man. Come on in. It's story time, man, with the history. It's story time, man. This story takes place in August of 1992. I was 19 years old. I escaped from police custody. Let me tell you how I did it. Man, I was out in Palos Verdes. I get cracked on the lick. I'm out there doing my thing, robbing folks, whatever. And at this particular time, I was also taking a surgical technician class and doing internship at Martin Luther King Hospital in Watts. So, yeah, I was being good by day, bad by night and afternoon, that type of shit, whatever. So anyway, I get cracked, man. I get down into the substation. And in my mind, I'm like, this can't be happening, although I know I'm fucking up and there's consequences. But I just come home from doing 3.5 years, and I only been out 6 months at this particular time, right? And so I'm like, man, I got to get out of here, man. I ain't ready to go back to prison this soon. You know what I'm saying? So I tell the cats at the substation, I say, hey, man, I got AIDS. They like, you got AIDS? I'm like, yeah. So they say, okay, then what medication you take? So I run off the medication because I got the knowledge because I'm in medical school at this point, right? So the reason I said this was because anytime you're arrested, you go to the substation, regular procedure is to hold you there until you go to court within the next 72 hours. And then you go from wherever at that point, either released or to the county jail into the system. But when you have a medical problem, they cannot keep you in the substation. They have to transport you to the county jail, you know, to deal with your medical issues or whatnot. So they fall for the spiel, put me in the police car. I believe it was one officer. I believe his name was Officer Cobles. I'll check the paperwork when I do. And so now he put me in the car and he's transporting me to the county jail. So now let me give y'all the scenery. Inside of a police car back in those days, when you had to roll down windows in the cars, they would break the handles off so you couldn't roll down the windows, of course. But what they did in this particular car was they broke the handle, but they left a piece of it on there. Instead of just actually taking the handle off and you just got the little roll knob, the little notches, they just broke the handle off so the fat part is still on and the long handle is off. So, Pete, what I did, we get on that freeway. Man, I'm good at what I do, hands behind my back. I take my shoe off, take off one of my shoes. Put my foot up. Now, I'm sitting behind him. So, we're both sitting on the driver's side. Put my foot up to the passenger's rear window, and I can get my toe into that little notch. And I roll the window down. But in police cars, there's safety windows, so they only come down halfway. They don't roll down all the way. They only come down halfway, right? So we on the 110 freeway heading north to LA, and we in bumper traffic. And I'm like, man, this dude don't recognize that the window went down because we're in bumper to bumper, so there ain't no big old, change in noise, I guess, enough to cause his, grab his attention, whatever. So I'm like, ooh, I gotta get up out of here. But I'm like, man, I do this shit in bumper traffic. It's going to be some old motherfucking good-ass bystander going to jump out and grab me and all that good shit. So what I do is I wait till we transition to the 101. When we transition to the 101, going, that would be east, there's an exit. As soon as you get over there, and I believe the exit is Vegas or something like that. It's an exit. So as soon as we get off at the exit, I go and jump up through the window. Now, when I jump up through the window, like I said, it's halfway. So I get about this much out the window. And the sheriff dude looked back. He said, oh, you motherfucker. And he stomps the gas. Now we are flying up this street about we went a whole city block, basically. And when we get to the end of that block, man, that dude slams on the brake and hooks the car. And when he does that, it completely throws me out the window because at this point, I'm hanging out the window as we driving. And I don't necessarily remember the fly out. I don't know if I blacked out for a half a second. But when I hit that ground, I'm back up. And, when you get locked up, man, they take your belt up off of you. So my pants, when I wake up, my pants done fell down to my ankles. And I jump up and pull my pants up. And as I'm coming up, he is just now getting out of the car. And he's running around the backside of the car to come to me. I jump up and run around the front of the car, and we do a complete circle with him chasing me, my hands behind my back, right? And then when I come back around to the front of the car again, and I'm on the driver's side, I shoot out, and I'm digging, right? And I'm like, mama, please don't let him catch me. I'm like a cartoon character. I feel like I'm running on air. That's how tough I'm running. And I look back, and I see him fumbling with his waist, and I'm thinking he's going to shoot at me. But he's getting his billy club to throw his billy club at me. Man, I look back. Oh shit, I shoot out. I'm digging. Hey, come back for part 2, and I'll tell you what happened on how I escaped and how it all went down. It's the history of my body here. 1. Oh, and for the haters that say I'm capping, at the end of part 2, I'm gonna post the police report so you can read it. See, your boy ain't capping. From 1992, it's the history of my body here. 1.